Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Hello there. It is Monday, October 23rd. This is John Frenaye, and welcome to your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Anne Arundel County Sheriff Ron Bateman is in the news again. Last week, he declared that he was going to be running for sheriff again, and over the weekend, the Capitol reports that his stepson has been taken into custody by Anne Arundel County Police. The sheriff didn't say much, but in a statement said, "I am a regular stepfather who had to do what was necessary to protect my family. I hope one day he gets the help he needs and stops hurting those who love him." There is no word on whether this is a minor child or an adult child, nor whether the child is receiving any treatment for any type of opiate addiction. Flying Dog Brewery has put its $54 million production facility in Frederick County on hold because of state regulations passed last year. Obviously one that knows what it's like to do business in Maryland, the CEO of the company, Jim Caruso, said, "My general comment is whatever the law turns out to be, I'll be fine because I have a plan B and a plan C." They had purchased the former 32-acre Bowman's Farm for $2.5 million last year with the intention to build a 150,000-square-foot main brewery as well as an 8,000-square-foot farm brewery to test some new beers. Speaking of beer, the Budweiser Clydesdales will be coming back again to this year's Military Bowl Parade on December 28th, which I might point out again is my birthday, and you can feel free to purchase gifts now. The parade will begin at 9:30 a.m. at City Dock, work its way up Main Street, down around the circles and out Rowell Boulevard, and they will be at the stadium tailgate. Game time will be at 1:30. The game is between the American Athletic Conference and the Atlantic Coast Conference, and the teams have yet to be determined at this point. And we got a big hat tip to Katsev Beverage Incorporated, which is right there up on Defense Highway. They're the ones that distribute Budweiser all over the area, and they are the ones responsible for bringing the Clydesdales to the city. Maryland State Police say that hate and bias incidents have surged 40% over the last year. There have been no deaths linked to hate or bias events in Maryland. Anne Arundel County sort of sits at the top of the pack, not at the top, with 47 reported incidents. The study shows that 45.3% of the victims are black and 39.2% are white. Locally in Anne Arundel County, there were 47 reported incidents. 33 of them were verified, 11 were inconclusive, and 3 were unfounded. And how they sort of divided out of the 47, 34 were race-related, 12 were religious-based, 1 was based on sexual orientation, and we had none on disability, gender, or gender ID, or homelessness. We have a lot of work to do on that. The Maryland Insurance Administration is going to consider new premium rate hikes proposed by health insurance companies. The agency will hold a public hearing today to discuss the matter. The insurance companies are asking to raise the rates following President Donald Trump's decision to eliminate the Affordable Care Act subsidies that help low-income people. Therefore, the Affordable Care Act is now being called the Unaffordable Care Act. That's not news. That's just my opinion. And in some really cool news with BG&E and Anne Arundel County Public Schools. As part of the Public Schools Digital Classroom 2.0 project, BG&E officials will join school officials at Meade High School tomorrow for the dedication of a distance learning resource that supports students assigned to home and hospital instruction and affords them the opportunity to remain connected in a typical classroom engagement. What the hell is that? It's a robot. This is really cool. Students who are unable to attend regular classes for an extended period of time due to illness or injury will be able to join classes through a mobile robot sponsored by BG&E. The robot will use video conferencing technology to allow students to travel through the hallways, sit at the lunch table with friends, participate in group assignments, ask questions in teachers in real time. It's just like the robot in Lost in Space cruising down the hallways, going to class in your stead. Very cool BG&E, very cool Anne Arundel County.
This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. We've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George from DMV Weather. Here's your Annapolis forecast for Monday, October 24th. The theme for the week ahead for the weather in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County is change. Today will likely stay dry into the nighttime hours, but we'll have some clouds in the mix all day long for the first time in nearly a week. But temps will still make their way into the 70 to 75 degree range as the flow of air continues to come in from our south. For today specifically, we posted a target high temp on our website last night of 74 degrees for downtown Annapolis and 75 degrees for BWI Airport. So let's see how those numbers match up with actual temps at the end of the day. Low temps tonight will stay warm in the 60s as cloud cover holds in some of the warmth in place overhead. And we'll start to see some rain showers in the area starting in the overnight hours of 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. as a cold front moves through from west to east. Rain will most likely be around only through about noon tomorrow before moving off to our east-northeast. Then skies will clear later in the day, and a much cooler air mass will move into the Annapolis region Wednesday and beyond, with the expectation for the rest of the week being one of mostly sunny skies behind the cold front, with high temps in the low to mid-60s. So maybe this is full-time fall weather once and for all, as the reality of the situation is the calendar is quickly approaching November 1st, with the end of daylight saving time being Sunday, November 5th, just 2 weeks from yesterday. Okay, that's it for us today. Be sure to download our free app by searching for DCMDVA Weather in your app store. And also be sure to follow us 24/7, 365 on our website at dmvweather.com or on social media via Twitter or Facebook. This is George Young of DMV Weather with your Annapolis forecast. Make it a great week. But remember, whatever the weather out there, have fun and be safe.
The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief is possible in part because of the incredible generosity and support of the Ram's Head on Stage. Ram's Head, where every seat is less than 48 feet from the stage, brings more than 400 concerts and events a year to the area. To wet your whistle, check out some of these upcoming shows. On Saturday, a special afternoon show, and this is kind of unusual. The Laughs and Drafts comedy series will continue with Justin Scott and Spiegel from 98 Rock. Showtime for this uncensored show is 1 p.m. Saturday night is a burlescapade. In a first ever, I think it's a first ever, for Ram's Head, they are bringing Angie Portani and a New York burlesque troupe in for a Halloween spooktacular. The doors are 7 and showtime is at 8 p.m. Next week brings Vonda Shepard, who we will be speaking with on the Maryland Crabs in just a few days, John Lodge from the Moody Blues, and more comedy with the best of Second City on November 5th. Because who doesn't need some comedy 2 days before an election? Tickets are still available for all of these shows, and you can get yours at ramsheadonstage.com, or if you want to go old school, head on down to their box office. It's located in the heart of beautiful downtown Annapolis at 33 West Street, and for a guaranteed great night out on the town, ramsheadonstage.com.
If you're looking for local sports, it's right here, right now on the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief.
Happy Monday, everybody. Kevin here with your Eye on Sports, and we're going to jump right into varsity football. North County was at Annapolis. Annapolis won 56-37. Arundel was at Chesapeake. Arundel won 49-22. Southern was at South River. South River won 34-7. Glen Burnie was at Old Mill. Old Mill won 24-22. Broadneck was at Meade. Broadneck won 28-21. Severna Park was at Northeast. Northeast won 24-21. In college football action, Navy lost to undefeated number 18 UCF on Saturday 31-21. Navy quarterback Zach Abey left the game with concussion-like symptoms. The midshipmen have a bye this week, but Abey is still listed as questionable for the November 2nd game against Temple in Philadelphia. University of Maryland running backs Ty Johnson and Lorenzo Harrison III combined for 147 yards rushing, but the Terps were unable to upset number 5 Wisconsin on Saturday, falling to the Badgers 38-13. In NFL news, defensive tackle Brandon Williams returned to the Baltimore Ravens this weekend, but the Ravens still fell to the Minnesota Vikings 16-24 on Sunday. Wide receiver Mike Williams left the game on the Ravens' first drive after suffering a hit to the back of the head, and he is currently undergoing NFL concussion protocol. And last but not least, the Washington Redskins play tonight, Monday Night Football, against the Philadelphia Eagles. That's all I got for you this Monday. I'm Kevin Chaney. This has been your Eye on Sports.
Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at noon. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.